Welcome back everyone, I'm ArborAndy, and today we're going to take a look at my 5-0 with my level 51 Purified Best Buddy Hundo Venusaur in the Master League. Venusaur is a grass poison type that you see in Great and Ultra League, but not very often in Masters. Reason being is that they're more Dragon and Steel types where grass doesn't really have play, but some backlines are ground, water, or even charmers that Venusaur can deal with. Taking a look at the ratings on PvPoke here, Venusaur is actually rated 215, kinda low, but I like him. We got key wins here, Kyogre and Swampert, water types he's always good against. Venusaur always loves him, some swampy snacks. Then we got the fairy types, Florges, Sylveon, Togekiss, and Gardevoir can actually handle. Florges, gotta watch out for the Psychic. Kyogre, gotta watch out for the Blizzard. Maybe even the Psyshock on Sylveon. Not many running that these days. Togekiss, gotta watch out for the Flamethrower. And our key loss is Dialga, obviously because of the Steel. The grass is double resisted against that. Even the Poison is resisted against the Steel type. Garchomp, it can actually handle because Garchomp is part ground, so it's not too bad of a match. Gyarados obviously can handle because of the water type. Most Gyarados are running Waterfall. Dragon Breath, it gets a little scary. But Zacian, it can actually handle if it's not running Fire Fang. The Snarls don't do much, and all the charge moves are resisted. Play Rough, Wild Charge, Close Combat, and Excadrill is pretty glassy, so Venusaur can actually hold its own against some of its key losses here, as Gyarados is listed as one of them. Venusaur taking the win. Hopping into the commentary here, today we've paired him up with Gyarados and Metagross, weak to Charm and countering Dragons on the lead, and we have two responses in the back to Charm. They're going to save swap into the Zekrom, and we're taking double super effective from these charge beams. That's okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw a crunch. This is going to do massive neutral damage to the Zekrom. They don't shield, and we get the debuff. So I'm going to shield this up, and we can just Dragon Tail down. I was debating going into Venusaur here, but they stayed in and didn't shield, so we can farm down. Now we have some energy for that Excadrill, and this is the only way that we can handle the Excadrill when we have Dragon Tail on here, actually not Waterfall. We have to be ahead on energy. We can't take this Rock Slide from where we are. We can take it at full health, so I'm going to just let this go and put my faith in Venusaur here, because now we're down 1-to-1 shields. Venusaur is tanky enough to take a drill run. They switch into the Metagross, and I switch into the Mirror. So this is not good, because they're a bullet punch ahead. I was 2 bullet punches behind Earthquake, so I believe that they were only 1 off. That was the Meteor Mash, and we do call that correctly, but they can just go for another Meteor Mash here, so I'm going to build up to back-to-back myself, and hopefully get their shield, because they don't want to see with the Excadrill on the back, so they are going to shield this up, and get to the Meteor Mash, so I can easily shield this up, outpace them to my Earthquake, and I don't mind if Excadrill takes me out, because we still can handle it with the Venusaur here. They have a drill run, but they're going to have to take us out because they can't mud-shot us down from here. So the Excadrill is going to throw their energy here. They're almost at another drill run, but I think we're healthy enough on Venusaur here. Yeah, we can tank 1 drill run. This is going to come quite close to KOing here. Frenzy Plant not KOing just, but 2 Vine Whips do. Venusaur able to take down another key loss. So Venusaur showing its strength here, hopping into the next one. How do we deal with the Garchomp? We have to check if it's Mudshot or Dragon Tail, and it is Mudshot, so we're not threatened by the fast moves. We are threatened by the charge moves, but they decide to build up and swap out, and this was kind of awkward because our whole team sort of loses to Mewtwo here, so I'm going to have to shield Shadow Ball here, but they bait with a Psy Strike, which is pretty bad. They're going to throw another one here, and I was counting this time, so this was just a Psy Strike, and I'm calling it that they don't have Psy Strike because some Mewtwo's are running Ice Beam. So I'm going to go ahead and build up to back-to-back here and hopefully get a shield or take the Mewtwo out. The opponent does shield up. Do they want to use 2 shields though? Because this next Meteor Mash will take them out. Good for me because Venusaur doesn't want to see Mewtwo. They do let it go, good for us, and the Garchomp comes back in to throw. So this is pretty good. They're throwing their energy. Hopefully they go for the Earth Power, because I don't know any Garchomps that are running Mudshot Sand Tomb, so if they are, they're running both nukes. So that is sort of a thing to watch out for. If you're see a Mudshot Garchomp, they're most likely running double nuke, so Outrage Earth Power, because there's no point in running Sand Tomb there. If they are running Dragon Tail, though, they are running Sand Tomb to make the Dragon Tails do more and lower the defense there, so we can take an Outrage from where we are. We encountered the Kyogre, and I should have saved that for the Garchomp, but it's low enough and they threw their energy, so we can go ahead and go for the debuff here on the Kyogre. We don't get it. I'm going to build up one more before Aqua Tail, so at least I have a move for the Garchomp coming back in, and I'm have to shield this up, shield the potential Blizzard, but they bait with a Surf, which is very unfortunate for me, but we've got a Frenzy Plant, and this will KO the Kyogre from this health range. We don't have to worry about that. Garchomp coming back in, we race to the Frenzy Plant because we can take an Outrage or Earth Power from where we are at. So we have an Aqua Tail and Earth Power, doesn't take us out. Venusaur getting to the Frenzy Plant, clutching another win, and taking out another one of its key losses, supposedly. So, into the next one, we've got another Mudshot Garchomp. Good for us, we can stay in and go for the Crunch here. They're going to get to the nuke, but as we learned earlier, we can tank one, and because it is Mudshot, Gyarados is a flyer, and we're not threatened by the fast move, and an opposing Gyarados comes in, so this is okay too. We throw a Crunch, hope for the debuff, and now that we're ahead on health and energy, and we get the debuff, we can come in with Venusaur, and this Dragon Breath Gyarados is less scary. The Waterfall, we wouldn't have to worry, but the Dragon Breaths do add up over time. They also get the debuff, very unfortunate, so I'm going to build up to back-to-back Frenzy Plants here. You always want to be ahead on energy with Venusaur here, and that's the key. So it's shield or energy advantage, obviously, because Frenzy Plant kind of spamming it still hurts to things that are neutral. So like, yeah, Garchomp, Gyarados, taking out the Gyarados, and we still have shield advantage here, which is very good for us because we just got farmed down by the Metagross, and usually the Gyarados-Metagross match is pretty good, but not from our health range here. So we will have to expend a shield, and because we don't make that Crunch. These Bullet Punches are resisted though because of Gyarados' water typing. They don't swap out, and we do get off the Crunch, so they're one more shield. They either choose to use it or not, which they do, and we can come in with our own Metagross and just shield the potential Earthquake and go for our own, and hopefully not get a catch. So they're gonna bait here, very unfortunate here, but they actually come back in with the Garchomp, and we just have to hope that this Meteor Mash KOs the Garchomp, because we're not looking good here. They could nuke us. They go down to a Meteor Mash, which is excellent for us. We're ahead on energy, and we get to our Earthquake first, and yeah, this Metagross is still not like fully powered up. It's still not level 50, but it's still very viable. Taking out a Best Buddy Metagross, because mine isn't even Best Buddy, so it's kind of a flex there. So into the next match right here, we have to check for Smackdown or Mud Slap. It is the Mud Slap. If it was a Rock move, it would be really bad. And we build up to the Aqua Tail here, doing double super effective to the Rock and Ground type. See if they shield. They don't shield, they let it go, so this is massive. They stayed in because we're running Dragon Tail, and they don't want to see Dragon Tail in the back, so we shield a Rock Wrecker, but it's a superpower, so that sucks for us, giving us less farm, and they pivot into Melmetal here. So how do we deal with a Melmetal? Well, we're going to see here. We have to go for the Aqua Tail here, do some chip damage. I honestly should have thrown the Crunch there and hope for the debuff, but I'm going to pivot into Venusaur here because we resist the Thunder Shocks and the superpowers. So the Rock Slides, we can tank a few. So they're shielding Frenzy Plants for some reason. No idea why a Steel type is shielding resisted Frenzy Plants. So tank a Rock Slide and we get to our next one. And like the Frenzy Plants like still hurt, but it's Melmetal. Like, anyways, they're going to use their second shield, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm honestly okay with letting Venusaur go down here. The only way to deal with Melmetal, again, is to be ahead on shields. You never come in with a Gyarados to no shield with Melmetal. They're going to Thunder Shock, that's double super effective, and the Rock Slides are super effective. And we can honestly come in with Metagross here, force them to go for the superpower. Then we don't have to Earthquake. So if they throw a superpower, they lower their defense, and a Meteor Mash will KO or come pretty close to KOing. Then we don't have to go for the nuke. We can save some energy and throw the cheaper charge move. They do go for the superpower, and it was a CMB tie because, again, my Metagross isn't fully powered up. So Meteor Mash, almost KOing the Melmetal, and they have another one. So this is totally okay. Their superpowers will do less because their attack and defense has been debuffed. One more Bullet Punch, and we get a little bit of farm. Now I know why they double shielded, because they have a Charmer in the back, but this, we get to our Meteor Mash here, and this will take care of this Shadow Gardevoir. Nice game trainer there. We take that 5-0 there. Pretty impressed with Venusaur. Venusaur in the Master League is definitely an off-meta pick as it can handle the ground and water and fairy types, but the meta picks like Kyogre, Groudon, Zacian, and it can hang with Melmetal as you just seen, and Excadrill. Just gotta make sure that you have a response to steel types. Alongside battle submissions, link in description, I will now accept screenshots of the day. Send me your screenshots of battles, booms, spice, glitches, or funny things in the game, or if photography is your thing, AR shots. If you get a cool buddy pic, send them to me, I'll feature them in every video. You can send your battles, screenshots, or AR shots to ArborAndyYT@gmail.com. And join the Discord where we can chat, hang out, stream some practice battles, and get some factions or some tournaments together. Link in the description for that too. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, it really helps me out, and thank you to everyone in the community who watches. Approaching 200 subs, really appreciate it, so thank you everyone for watching. I've been ArborAndy, and I'll see you in the next one.